Hey there, Miss Hall here. Just wanted to do a couple of things for today. We have a quiz coming up tomorrow, I believe. Double check Padlet to make sure that is correct, and I want to do a few notes to review that. Alright, first and foremost, don't forget what a rational number is. Basically just a whole number similar to that, and its opposite. So for example, a rational number would be 7. 11. It's basically any number that can be made by dividing two integers. So for example, 1.5 is also a rational number because it's the same thing as 3 divided by 2. So, stuff like that. Alrighty, so coefficients. A numerical coefficient is the number before the variables. And a variable is an unknown number represented by a letter. So if I have 7ab, the numerical coefficient will be the number before the variable, so it would be 7. If I had 14a, it would be the number before the variable, so it would be 14 in that case. Factors, again, are things that you multiply to get the number. So if you have, let's just say, so you had a times c, the factors of a and c would just be a and c, because you multiply those together, you get a times c. Alrighty. If I said to write the square of 3, squares, and you take a number, you multiply it by itself, so it's the same thing as 3 times 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. So if I said write the square of 4, 4 squared, the same thing as 4 times 4, and 4 times 4 is 16. Let's look at terms. Terms are separated by adding and subtracting. So if I have 7a plus 2b plus 3c, we have adding here and adding here, so this will break it up, which means we have 1, 2, 3 terms. Alrighty, don't forget that's called a trinomial if it's 3. 1 is monomial, 2 is binomial, 3 is trinomial. Polynomial is just many terms. Alright, let's simplify. If I had 2a plus 7b plus b plus 3a, I always like to symbolize, so my a's will be like a straight line, my b's will be like a squiggly line, so you know what's being combined with what. So my straight line's my a's. 3 plus 2, again you add just the coefficients, so 3 plus 2 is 5, you keep the variable the same, so it'd be 5a. And then in this case, with this b, there's a number up front. If there's a number, it's going to be an imaginary 1, because you have 1b there. So 7 plus 1 would be 8, you keep your b, and that 8 is positive, so you'd be adding in the middle. If they said to write 12 less than the product of 7 and a as an algebraic expression. Well, first and foremost, you know you have the product of 7 and a. Product means multiplying, so you have 7 times a. and you're going to take 12 less than that. So we have 7 times a, which is the same thing as just 7a, and we're taking away 12. So we minus 12, so therefore we have 12 less than the product of 7 times a. Alrighty, and if we had 14 A, B, C, and then they want you to write that using exponents. Again, we have 14. How many A's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have A to the 5th power. How many B's do we have? 2 B's, so it'd be B to the 2nd power, which is also said as B squared. And then how many C's do we have? We have 1 C, so it would stay just C. Alrighty, now let's combine like terms. Alright, to combine like terms, let's say I have 5/8 x plus 2/3 of x. First, get common denominators. The common denominator in this case is going to be 24. If I count by 8, 8, 16, 24. Count by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24 is the first number we have in common. Alright, so to get to 24, 8 times 3 is 24, so we multiply the top by 3. And 5 times 3 is 15. So 5/8 x became 15 over 24x. And to get from 30 to 24, we multiplied that by 8. So we multiply the top by 8 as well. And 2 times 8 is 16. Again, we keep our x. And we're adding. So 15 plus 16 is 31 over 24x. You can put that into a mixed number and say you have 1 and 7 24ths x, but either way would be correct. Alrighty, and if you had 2.3b plus 7.9b, you add, so 9 plus 3 is 12. Our decimal goes straight down, we keep the b. 7 plus 2 plus 1 is 10. So we have 10.2b. Alrighty, don't forget anything to the 0 power is 1. This is very important. Again, if you're not taking notes on this, I recommend you should. You can use these notes on your quiz as well. Don't forget, algebra is a continuation of arithmetic, and terms are separated by adding and subtracting, and adding and subtracting only. Let's say we have something similar to 6 plus 3 times 2 squared minus 4 plus 2 times 2. So parentheses first, we're going to follow PEMDAS. 6 plus 3 is 9. Exponents comes next. 2 squared is 4. Multiplication and division go left to right, so 9 times 4 is 36. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtraction and addition, adding and subtracting go left to right. 36 minus 4 is 32. 32 plus 4 is 36. You could have also known these canceled and had just 36. Alright. Evaluating an expression, if let's say they tell you that you have say that they give you x squared plus y, but they tell you that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 4. We're going to say that x is 2, so every time you see an x, you're going to plug in a 2, and y is 4, so every time you see a y, you're going to plug in a 4. So this becomes 2 squared plus 4. 2 squared is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. So to evaluate an expression, you plug in what they tell you the variables are, and then simplify using PEMDAS. And then again, when we multiply, if I have a squared times a to the 5th power, that means we keep our base the same and we add the exponents, and 2 plus 5 is 7. So let's say we have g to the 3rd power times g squared. So the same thing as g to the 3 plus 2, whatever that is, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So it'd be g to the 5th power. Alright, I hope you guys took some notes from this video. Feel free to watch it again if you need to. Email me, text me, or call me with any questions. Text is probably going to be the fastest way of reaching me. Feel free to use these notes on your quiz. Best of luck tomorrow. Have a great one, guys.